Hello, John Dilworth here, and here we have something delightful. We have completed another scene, and it was a complicated scene. I don't know how I pulled it off, but I pulled it off. And let me share some ideas with you. So, in in case you ever have an opportunity to animate with some complexity, uh, you could refer back to perhaps something I did. So basically, it's what's a priority, and then working downward from that. So Jim is the priority. His action really is the whole scene. He's the one that opens the cage and he pulls Jules out of the cage. And so much goes on. If we just focus on him, he tosses his blowgun, which looks like a straw, but it's like a Warner Brothers thing. Bugs Bunny. I mean, this is so funny. I think I always have trouble remembering what it is, but it's that thing. And then he pulls out a key, and it's so subtle. We'll see it better with color. But if you just focus on his left hand, this one, it happens. And it's quite clear. If we silhouetted Jim, it's very clear of what he's doing. And that's important for our animation, so that all action is clear. And so then he opens this cage door, pulls the cage door open, and then drags this wolf out, his love. And she's sedate and her tongue's still hanging out. And that's the good thing. And it's amazing how I was able to do that. So as I'm focusing on Jim, it gives Flicky, the dog, his activity. And Flicky is reacting not only to sounds off camera, oopsies, we don't want that, but what Jim is doing. And you could see Flicky goes to the window and pulls open the curtains. And the curtains were lots of fun to do. I thought it would be a nightmare, but I just did it straight ahead animation, one frame at a time. And then after, I put in the moon pattern on the fabric. We're still not coloring this background yet, but it's ready to go. Oh, I got to put some things in on Jim's shirt to help with the colorists. Anything that animators could do to make the process easier for others. It also saves you headache in terms of checking. And we go back to Flicky, and I've just opted to use his ears as an overlapping action. He would stop, make an expression. Let me move this out of the way. But his ears would remain moving just a few frames more. And you see how powerful that is. I mean, if you just focus on Flicky and his ears, and he doesn't really quite move that much. It's just the illusion of things moving. And it's the same thing I did with Jim. If we look at Jim's hair, if you just focus on Jim's hair, it's alive. It's not static. And this helps with the poses, because he does move pose to pose. If you could count them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he's moving, because there's nothing you can do about that. And also I paid a lot of attention to where his feet are, because that would ground him, and that would help in the reality, to pitching this kind of reality. So there it is, and we're very grateful to have finished this thing. Like I said, I just have to do some stuff on the T-shirt, and then maybe underneath the eyes, until I could break a colorist in who will get it. But it's also important to leave these guides for these colorists, make their job easy. Okay, so what else can we do? We just move forward, and that's how animation works. Sometimes a frame at a time, sometimes twos. Others work on 4s or 6s. But the most important thing is communicating. And, well, and then there's just the aesthetic of being able to move objects with a kind of a poetry. Again, I was really surprised how I pulled this wolf thing out. I mean, it's just, oh my goodness. I had to do this straight ahead. Not this part. Everything here is just straight ahead. You just have to do it that way. I don't know, it would be just too much. And it's such a short thing. It's maybe 12 drawings. Maybe more. 12, 8, maybe 24. Well, actual drawings that are on 2s. So there it is. All right, so until next time, stay howling, right? As well as animated.